If you have a KTM or Husqvarna adventure bike that has the tubeless system, then this video is for you. If you suspect that you have any leaks, or if it's been more than 5 years since you've changed this rim seal band, you're going to want to get in there and do it. Now, if you think you have leaks, one thing you can do to check for those is fill the tire with pressure, spray some soapy water on the tire itself, and then also along these spoke nipples, you're going to be looking for any bubbles. If you see bubbles, that indicates your leak, and bubbles at the spoke nipples indicate that this band is bad. So in either case, we're going to show you how to replace it, so let's go ahead and get started. So with this wheel, I already have it prepped to go back together, but if you need to know how to get to this point, number one, you're going to remove your valve stem, and some of these, they're going to have that tire pressure monitor right there. You want to pay attention to the orientation and just reinstall it the same way you took it off. It just has this nut that screws right on top, and it's going to take a 12mm socket. With that out of the way, you're going to cut the rim seal band just with a razor blade. And as you cut that off, you just want to be careful and make sure you don't cut the regular rim band that is keeping the spokes from poking into this. So we're also going to inspect that once you have this cut off. So I'm just going to go all the way around the wheel, make sure I don't have any cuts or tears. And if you need to replace that red rim band as well, make sure you do it at this time. Whether you're replacing this or not, make sure that cutout in the red tape is lined up perfectly with that hole in the rim. Other than that, you just want to clean everything up. So I'm going to use a rag and clean out both grooves that our seal sits in. And I'm just using a screwdriver to press down on the rag to make sure it gets all the way in there. You can use a little compressed air or even spray a little contact cleaner on your rag and push it around in there. Just make sure both sides are completely clean. Now to install the rim seal band, you'll notice the outside or the side facing away from the spokes is going to be a little bit wider than the inside that faces towards the spokes. And before I put this in, the manual actually recommends using a little bit of tire mounting paste, diluted just a little bit, but what I'm going to use is this tire mounting lube. It's going to tack up after we spray it on, but it's going to allow us to get everything in place a little bit easier. So I'm spraying it on both ends of this seal and then also down in the grooves on the rim itself. Now I'm also going to put a little bit of lube on that valve stem seal. We've got the hole in this seal. I'm going to take the valve stem, go through that, then we're going through the hole in the rim. And then I'm just going a couple threads with this nut on that valve stem. We're going to leave it loose enough that we can move this seal around, but that's going to keep everything lined up as we install this. So now I can go ahead and work the seal into place. Make sure the valve stem isn't crooked. And then I'm going to go all the way around the rim and make sure that the seal is centered up. So you can see we have that bottom lip and it needs to go into place. I'm just using my thumb to kind of work that down in there. And then after that, we're going to work the top seal into place. Now for the top seal, you're going to have to use a little more finesse. I'm using the end of my ratchet. We're just going to press this into place. And if you have enough of that lube on there, it should pop right in. And then we're going to work this other side on in the same way. And we're just going to do little sections at a time until it's all the way on. So on that last little bit, it was kind of drying out. So I'm spraying a little lube on there. You can see that last little section takes a little finesse, but just be patient with it, work it on. And then I'm going to take the end of the ratchet and I'm going to go all the way around both sides of the seal. Just make sure this is completely pushed in. Now for the valve stem, I'm going to remove this nut and I'm going to apply just a little bit of Loctite on the threads. And then I'm going to tighten this to 8.9 foot-pounds. That's it for the rim seal band. If you need one of these, they're available under the OEM diagrams on our website. We also have the tire mounting lube and tires on there as well. We offer free shipping on orders over $75. So take advantage of that. And if you have any questions about the process, leave those down in the comments below. And if you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.